What part of your grief is showing up right now? Where is it showing up? When people ask you what part of grief is showing up the most right now, they're trying to notice something important. They're trying to notice which part of the grief experience is the loudest. Which part of the grief experience is the loudest for you right now? Because there's all these experiences going on in the brain, in the heart, in the soul, in the mind, in the spirit. Because grief does not just show up in one place. It shows up everywhere, sometimes all at once. Grief is not just sadness. It is a full body experience. It affects your emotions. Happy, sad, mad, glad, afraid, embarrassed, all of them. It affects your thoughts. It takes over your thoughts. It affects your body. It affects your behavior. And even your sense of who you were before the loss. And especially your sense of who you are now. Research in bereavement, psychology, and neuroscience has shown this for years. And I hear so many people talking about it right now. When people experience loss, their brain activates the systems connected to the emotional regulation. Stress response, their memory, their ability to remember a name, the ability to remember what they were doing, the ability to get going. That is why grief can feel like it's everywhere. That's why it can feel like it's everywhere all at once. That's why you can't describe it all the time. Your heart hurts. Your mind will not stop replaying the same thing over and over again. The last day, the last thing you said to him, the last conversation you had. Your body feels exhausted because it's tight. It's holding in every bit of the grief. Your emotions swing all over the place. And most people around you don't understand that. Your life doesn't look the same anymore. So when someone asks you what part of grief is showing up the most for you right now, they are really asking a deeper question. They're asking a deeper question. And I ask this question all the time. What part of grief is the loudest? What part of grief is the loudest today? Because for some of us, the days seem so unbearable. What part of grief is the loudest? Because some days, it's the emotional grief. The sadness, the anger, the missing them. And for some of us, it's the intellectual grief, the thoughts, the thing we're thinking, the thing we can't get out of our brain, the thing we keep replaying over and over again. And your brain's searching for the answers. What happened? Why did this happen? Why me? Why now? Some days it's physical grief. It's just the exhaustion, the chest pressure, the brain fog. But for a lot of us, it's the behavioral grief, the yelling, the screaming, the not being able to move, the withdrawing, canceling plans, not feeling yourself, not talking about it. And when I tell you that some days it's the identity of who you are, and that part affects you the most, the part of asking, who am I now without him? Am I still her mom? Am I still a mom? My person is gone. Who am I now? Grief moves and it shifts. And my heart to yours, friends. Absolutely my heart to yours. And grief will change the volume. It will bring it up sometimes and bring it down the other. Excuse me. And learning and noticing which part is loud today. You've got to start paying attention. As grievers, we have to start paying attention because it is these parts, identifying them are the parts that we process out. Because when you can name it, when you can name what's happening, you can begin to understand it. You can begin to understand grief a little bit more. What's your grief? What is your grief actually asking of you? What is your grief saying? What does it want now? What does it need now? What do you need to be honest about now? It's really a great question. It's really a great thought. This is actually a really good a video on grief of you finding, what is my grief asking of me now? What is it requiring of me now? Think about that.